So don't expect a price drop for the PlayStation 4 anytime soon, especially over in Europe. That's according to European President Jim Ryan. He was doing an interview with VG247, and here's what he said, quote, "We have market leadership in every country in Europe, and we have very significant market leadership in continental Europe, extremely significant. I don't think market shares any less than 70% and frequently greater than 90% in continental Europe. Our momentum is still very considerable. We're happy with the price and we're happy with the value proposition. Consumers equally and more importantly appear to be happy with the price and value proposition. So we'll leave it where it is for now." And he went on to further elaborate that the reason they're doing so well in Europe is because they've been focusing on this for years. He says, quote, "We've worked hard in Europe since the PS1 days. It's difficult. Back in the day, there were different currencies, different languages, different sales taxes, all of those things that non-Europeans find harder than we often realize. And we took the plunge and invested in infrastructure and distribution and partnerships, and those things take time." As far as the next region that Sony is targeting, they say the next region is the Middle East. He says, quote, "Now a lot of the emphasis is about building out into places like the Middle East, starting to build very significant businesses in places like Saudi Arabia, localizing our system software and store into Arabic, and building big businesses in these places." Now, when the conversation went back to games and Jim was asked about PlayStation's E3 focus and how it was on 2016 and beyond, and there weren't very many titles shown for later this year, Jim pointed back to third-party content. He says, quote, "I think Star Wars Battlefront looks absolutely fantastic." So I think everybody knows that Sony has Europe on lockdown. Obviously, they say that they have between 70 to 90% of the market share. And Microsoft, according to a lot of Europeans, they feel like Microsoft, hasn't even really tried to go after that market, and that Microsoft focuses on North America. And so that may actually be about to change, and we may actually see Microsoft start trying to go more after Europe, according to their Gamescom statements that they're putting out there. They're already starting to advertise their conference that they're putting on. Sony has already stated that they're not going to do a press conference at Gamescom, but Microsoft has said that they are. And so they said that they're bringing Scalebound, Quantum Break, and Crackdown, and they're also going to be making some more announcements there at that show, and that's going to be coming up in August. So we will see if Microsoft can gain any ground. A lot of people point to the fact that Microsoft was a year late coming out in a lot of these European countries. The PS4 was actually on sale in a lot of these countries for a full year before Microsoft got there. But as little as Microsoft has been really paying attention or trying to gain the European market, it probably wouldn't have made that much of a difference. If you want to read more about these stories, links down in the description box. That does it for me, the Red Dragon. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.